Okay, Fliss, tell me a bit about you and your horse.
Okay, this is Precious. She is a 14-year-old Connemara Cross Irish Draft. I've had her on loan for 2 months now. In her younger days she did quite a bit of eventing, but she's had a break for about 4 or 5 years. I used to do a bit of eventing when I was younger, and I've had a bit more of a significant break than that. But I am hoping to get back to it this year, hence why I've got Precious.
So tell me about your riding goals for this year.
Okay, so when I was younger I did quite a bit of low-level eventing and produced my own horses, but I had some issues with my confidence in the interim years and have decided, following riding a friend's schoolmaster last year, that I really want to get back to the eventing this year. So my goal with Precious is to do some BE90s and generally just go out and really enjoy the cross-country, show jumping and everything.
So tell me about what your perceptions might have been about sports psychology previously.
Okay, a bit, slightly awkward. I didn't think that a sports psychologist would be able to help me. I thought that I was just a nervous rider and you either were brave and had bottle or you were nervous, and I thought that I was a nervous rider and that sports psychology wouldn't help me.
Tell me about some of the things that you've been doing in your sports psychology sessions.
Okay, so the first session was really just looking at my background, my goals, kind of remembering some of the good times that I'd had riding, etc. The next key thing was to look at the confidence tree, which is kind of a 4-stage process, with the very top of the tree being your end goal. So let's say jumping clear around at 80 or 90. The branches being the processes to get there, the trunk being really what underpins those processes, and then the roots being your key strengths. And that was really helpful because it made me think about my strengths for a start, which was good, and it enabled me to think about, when I had her out at places jumping, for me to think about what it was that was going to make the jumping good and narrow that down to processes, so just kind of simple words to focus on there and help me realise my goals. Since then we've moved on to visualisation and imagery, which is really helpful. So I've looked at some of the past videos of what we've been doing and tried to use that to imagine how we'll go at our first event, and that's been really helpful.
So tell me a bit more about the imagery. What kind of things might you visualise?
Okay, so one of the things I get slightly anxious about is warm-ups. So the idea of going to a cross-country warm-up, for example. So when I'm at home I'll think about that, and I'll be thinking about the environment and my reactions to the environment. So I'll think about going to a warm-up in the sun, where it's not particularly busy, where everything's perfect, and I'll visualise that and think about how my leg is on, how I'm riding, how she's relaxed, and then I'll gradually start to change the environment a bit. So it will start to rain or be windy, and I need to think about how my leg is still on, she's still relaxed. So the idea is, when I get to the competition, whatever the environment that's there, I've already thought about my reactions to that, and therefore they'll come more naturally.
Do you think you've noticed any changes in yourself or your riding since having sports psychology sessions?
I definitely have. One of the key things is, I used to think, hopefully it'll go okay, hopefully she'll be good, hopefully I won't ride like an idiot, and now I plan my riding a lot more. So rather than just hoping for the best and hoping it's going to happen, I've actually planned how I'm going to ride, and I've thought about the different environments, and if she's spooky, it's not just I hope I'm going to stay on and deal with it. I've already thought through that. So generally it's given me a lot more confidence because I'm just thinking about it a lot more.
And finally, what would you say to riders who might be thinking about having sports psychology sessions?
I'd say definitely give it a go. I was very sceptical, and like I say, I thought I was just one of the nervous ones, but it's really helped me overcome my nerves and kind of plan my goals. And so what I'd say to people is, if you're nervous, give it a go. if you want to move up a level and you want to set a bigger goal, give it a go. It's definitely worth it.